Welcome to Real Estate Today with Yvonne Candy. Learn how to invest in today's residential and commercial real estate. Get informed and get the latest news and trends. Whether you're an investor, home buyer, or homeowner, or just want to be entertained, you're in the right place. And here's your host, Yvonne Candy.
I love real estate. I think it makes good investment sense whether you're buying an investment property or a primary residence. That's why I've invited Mike Hbruos and Ron Soldano, two super realtors from Long & Foster Real Estate and Christies International in Avalon, New Jersey. Mike and Ron have been having tremendous success with their innovative real estate show, MileTV. And today we're going to talk to them about the secrets behind their success. Hi, Mike and Ron.
Hey, Yvonne. Hey, Yvonne.
Mike, before you were at Long & Foster, you were in management, weren't you?
I was in retail management with General Nutrition Centers. I looked over the bottom stores in New Jersey, and I fell in love with business and sales. So it led me to, the local real estate market, specifically Avalon and Stone Harbor, and I love it.
How did that management help you with your real estate career?
Handling clients, customers, finding out what their needs were no matter what, and getting them exactly what they wanted and needed, even if they didn't necessarily know it, but listening to them and getting them results.
Yeah, I find that a lot of people who want to buy real estate, they'll tell you one thing and you have to sort of hear what they're not saying and sort of, go a little bit outside the box. Ron, you say that you're a problem solver and you love helping people. How have that helped you with your clients?
Well, I look at real estate being a two-phase process. Finding, on a buyer side, finding the right property to match up with a buyer, because it's really not about a hard sell, especially in the secondary market that I am selling real estate in. It's a soft sell because there are no necessity purchases here. Nobody lives here year round. So once we get into the property that a buyer wants, contract is drawn, maybe accepted, maybe negotiated a few times. At that point, once we go under contract, now we have what I call the second tier, which is the conflict management aspect of the business. Things will come up during home inspections, during termite inspections, during other things that are germane to the purchasing process. Those skills that I have help people align themselves to the reality of what is really important and what isn't. The incidental things are never important. You never sacrifice the war to win a battle. So those skill sets that I possess with problem solving helped people accomplish their goals. And that's really how I've approached this business since 1989.
I think that's what makes a good realtor. They know how to solve problems when they come up. They're more of what you call fixers. It doesn't matter what it is. I think even a good realtor helps you in the lending field. Whether it's with your credit, they don't have to be experts in credit, but at least they can give you an idea of what you have to deal with and point you in the right direction. So,
absolutely. You took the words right out of my mouth, Yvonne. Point you in the right direction, knowing where the trigger points are early on, and then pointing the person in the right direction to basically mitigate any issues that may arise that could be bigger down the line if it's not addressed properly.
And if you know how to help them solve their problems, then that's more sales for you, right?
Absolutely. And I will say this now, on the selling side, that's a different approach. All the energy and most of the costs with marketing a property are front-end loaded. It's upfront. It's the first 30 to 60 days where all kinds of things are happening, press releases and all kinds of great tools. In fact, at Long & Foster here, we have wonderful tools to use. And I'll even segue into some of the creative things that Mike and I partnered on, which is MileTV, which is the gold nugget to what we do for a client that other people aren't doing, a personalized video on MileTV of their home.
I think 7 Mile TV is a wonderful idea. How did you guys hook up to do that?
I will have to defer to Mike because it's his brainchild.
I noticed there was a big opportunity, Yvonne, in this market specifically, high-end seashore real estate in Avalon, Stone Harbor. I noticed, as things started getting popularized on social media with videos, I said, you know what? There's a lot of agents doing videos, but what about something from a TV standpoint where it was more like a show, like a business thing, education, a little bit of entertainment. And Ron has an exceptional ability to just kind of go with what we're doing at the moment with 7 Mile TV and to perform wonderfully with whatever we're doing. And that's why we are at this point with over 30 episodes. He's always ready to go. Looks great on camera, speaks very well, conveys the message properly. So we did one video, and then I think it was Ron that said, do you want to do another video? And I said, yeah, and it's just kind of spiraled from there.
Yeah, that's, Yvonne, it's Ron. That's the way kind of how it happened. It was really, we just kind of fell into it at the end of June. And I think we have about 30 videos out there now with over 100,000 cumulative views. So over 200,000 eyeballs are now watching these videos.
You guys are really good together, and I can really appreciate that you kept the video a little short because, I myself, I don't have like a long attention span. But
no, you're talking about that's funny, Yvonne.
Yeah, no, really. I mean, it's like in 2 minutes, it's like, okay, let me go to something else. But you guys really are interesting. It's more, I don't know if it's a cross between a reality show and something else. I don't know. But anyway, I love it. I saw that you were showing a lot of the vendors in the area of the home, some of the social sites, places that you can go, like movies and restaurants and other things like that. I think that's very important because isn't that what a home buyer want to know, what the surroundings? I mean, because you could be living next to a dump. I mean, or maybe a shopping center might be 10 miles away, but you actually give them everything.
It's totally, because what we're selling, and Mike and I have discussed this before, that we're selling a lifestyle. And with a lifestyle is not only the beach area, not only the properties, not only the beauty of the towns, Stone Harbor and Avalon, which is 7 Mile Island, hence 7 Mile TV, but we're selling the restaurants because the food, we're selling entertainment. People buy in towns where, let's face it, Yvonne, if you look at any high-end real estate magazine, the first thing you're going to see on the cover is an absolutely beautiful plate of well-prepared food that may have taken a photographer all day to set that up to get the perfect shot of the food. So that's on the real estate magazine. That's why people buy in communities, for all those different reasons.
Right, right. And when you look in these, like Zillow or even in MLS, you don't see that. You don't see any of that. You can have a beautiful home that's in a ghost town. And nobody wants to live alone. You don't want to be around
that's true.
people. Yeah, you want to be around people. You don't know how far the next house is. You don't know, like I said, you don't know where the supermarket is. So you bring a lot of value to buying real estate with 7 Mile TV. I really, really like it.
Thank you. And I'm going to defer to Mike, and he could talk to you about this. We brought in a professional videographer. It was Mike's idea. It's his friend. And go ahead, Mike. So
I noticed I wanted to skip the evolution a little bit and kind of really hone in on like the television aspect of it. I said, okay, what do we have to make this look like for people to view it as television and not just like a realtor advertising? And because I think that's not as fun, it's not as sustainable. Right. What can I do to kind of enhance the level of videography and cinematography, essentially? So I have my friend who's an artist, Todd, and he pretty much follows us around, and he's extremely easy to work with. And he gets that footage from a third person point of view, and then we edit it down, and and make the episode, because TV, they're not filming it themselves. They have the crew. So we have a 7 Mile TV crew now when we need it.
And Mike even purchased, Yvonne, a microphone and lights so we could do some night footage.
Yep.
So we're taking it up to another level. And, when Todd's with us, and most of the time he is, it's interesting how we'll both give, Mike and I will both give Todd directives. And, Todd will then kind of come off on the side to give not only just the front perspective, but also a profile perspective. So it adds depth to the video, and I think it makes it more interesting as well, right?
It does, actually, absolutely. It's dynamic. It's entertaining. It's wonderful for the viewers. It's more fun for them to watch. Yeah.
Oh, I like that. That night, you can get a lot of nightlife with that. That's good.
Oh, yeah. Yvonne, we plan on it.
Well, don't do too much nightlife now, guys. You might get a little bit too
classy. Keep it classy.
Keep it classy, always.
Now, you specialize in high-end properties, right? And
yes, we both do.
That's what you do. You don't do any investment properties.
Well, you know what, Yvonne, when we use the term investment, it's bantied about here on 7 Mile Island, and quite frankly, that word is a misnomer, and I say that because if you look at capitalization rates of rental income versus down payment, return on investment, it's not going to make any sense on a residential property. It's going to be 1 to 1.5% cap rate. Makes no sense at all. So when we say investment, it's always the back end appreciation of how we look at whether a property is a good investment or not. It's when the person sells and takes usually a very large portion of profit on their way out the door, so to speak. So, we don't sell a lot of commercial real estate. There is very little commercial real estate on 7 Mile Island. So it's really a residential town and condominiums.
Yeah, I believe that your primary residence can be an investment. So,
yeah.
It depends. Actually, you wouldn't believe, well, I know you would because you're a realtor, but a lot of the listeners would not believe that some of the high-end properties turn out to be investment properties. People who,
they do.
Yeah, people who spend a lot of money in their homes have problems, just like the people who have less expensive homes.
Correct.
So,
correct.
And then they wind up, having to sell for less, and someone will come in and rehab that property and make even more money.
That's correct. It's
Yeah.
the ebb and flow of the marketplace.
And one more thing on that, if you really dive into these numbers here and you start seeing purchases made for $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, and $10 million, that sends a message metaphorically that these people believe in the property long term. Okay, they're buying it for fun, but these are very smart and educated people where they believe that that's going to appreciate even at that price.
Oh, sure.
So on the back end, because they believe in the town.
Oh,
so
yeah.
just like what Ron was saying, even at the very high end, there's still a chance for that to appreciate.
And also there's a very visceral investment because it's emotional. They have a place to come with their family. If their sons and daughters live outside the area, and many of them do, it's a place for them to convene throughout the summer months. They even come now for Christmas and New Year's and Thanksgiving. And even if the son or the daughter lives in Atlanta, Georgia, or in Southern California, this is kind of like home base. Everyone kind of meets here. So these big houses now, and let me tell you, some of them are quite large, 7 and 8 bedrooms, and each has a bathroom. I mean, these are huge palatial homes, and they're gorgeous.
Yeah, when I was watching the videos, I was saying, oh my God, it's like being on a vacation, like 12 months out of the year. It's wonderful. Tell us about some of the listings that you might have right now that we can see on 7 Mile TV or maybe coming up on 7 Mile TV.
265 87th Street in Stone Harbor, Yvonne. That's listed at $1.849 million now. And it's 5 bed, 4 bath, beautiful pool. Every bedroom has a bathroom, spacious decking. Now that would be something where the rental numbers on that are pretty good. You get about $100,000 a year to rent that out if you so choose, or it would be perfect to retire in.
2 blocks off the beach.
Yeah, pretty much. That might even be low too. The 100,000. We've had numbers quoted at 120,000.
And I guess it also depends on what they're going to pay down.
So we just give the gross number, and then if they rent it through a brokerage, there's fees and things and other expenses. So
what was the original price on that property?
The original price was 1.925 million, down 75 total, and we're right in the ballpark of the market now, and they're ready to move on and enjoy. So
Yvonne, it's Ron. Understand too, when a property is repriced at $75,000 or even $100,000 lower, that doesn't indicate anything other than the fact that the market's moving north. So prices are placed on properties to see if there's a buyer out there for that number. When a period of time goes by and multiple months of marketing take place and the buyer doesn't materialize, then a seller might initiate themselves without even an agent saying. They might say, well, after the conversation with their agent, well, maybe we should reduce the price. And so it's not like, wow, it sounds a lot like $75,000 or $100,000 price reduction. In this market, it really means nothing. And I don't mean to sound disrespectful to anyone. That's a lot of money, but it's really just a blip on a radar screen. Right. The property I have at 9725 3rd Avenue, it's 2 condominiums on the bay, commercial space, plus a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath townhouse above it with 2 boat slips. Right down the street from the Reed's Hotel in Stone Harbor, that whole area has gone through a renaissance. They started out at 2.1.
Yep.
And now they're down to $1,950,000, and we are also looking for that market. We're looking to find the market, and we may find it. I mean, we've had activity on it. It takes a special buyer. They're buying 2 condominiums, and they could use the commercial space for perhaps the wife or the husband may have a business. But usually the people that have a business, they bring to town. They also have a business in another location. So they appeal to the crowd that's here, and then they go home to Malvern or the main line, let's say, or Connecticut, and they have their same business in that area as well.
Now, can anyone see any of these properties on 7 Mile TV?
We shot a few videos where we actually showed. We have one episode where we did mine. We were in the back,
correct,
talking, kind of showcasing the lifestyle of what it would be like to have a property like that. And then we were at Ron's listing, correct, I think twice to showcase that lifestyle, Yvonne, because that's a Bayfront property in Stone Harbor, and it's prestigious, and just the view of the sun was setting, and you could see the lights, and it was unbelievable. It's a lot of the properties here, Yvonne, and Ron will agree with this. It's about like the land. You're investing in the land and the vibe and the lifestyle here. So with that being a Bayfront, Ron, talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, excuse me. And as I mentioned, the uniqueness of this is that you're buying two individual condominiums. They're separately deeded. One is on top of the other. The residential is on top of the commercial. And that property can be viewed. It's even on YouTube, 9725 3rd Avenue in Stone Harbor. So on YouTube, we have it on, I think it's on LinkedIn. We know there's so many platforms now. Mm-hmm. I have to be honest with you, Mike's better at it than I am. I'm probably 85% with social media up to speed. But I have to be honest, even my head spins. I can't keep up with it all. I mean, Twitter, LinkedIn, Hootsuite, Circle, Pics, Facebook, business Facebook page. The list goes on. And Instagram, can't forget that, right? So we know, and we take a listing. Literally, you're working every day, getting all these things together for the next 30 to 60 days, just to get everything out there in a way that you want to showcase the property through all these media platforms.
Do you have like a central place where I can just go, like 7 Mile TV, and just, because I would just go look at it for entertainment. But I'm saying, if I wanted to buy, would I just go to YouTube and type in 7 Mile TV, or would I go to 7miletv.com? How would I find your listing?
Yeah, you would search 7 Mile TV on Facebook and LinkedIn right now. That's the prominent channels.
Okay.
So it's not necessarily just like a log of
like a channel or
our
something
active
like
listing, because that's kind of something that.
Well, Zillow has that platform. It's
Yeah.
Ron again, Yvonne. And also ronsoldano.com, my personal website.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone could go on there and search for any property in the entire county, Cape May County.
Yeah.
So they just put in a few pieces of data with the prompts, and then it'll come up that matches the criteria of what they just put in.
Ron's correct. You can go to his site. You can go to my site, MikeHbruos.com, and see the listings. And but yeah, we're excited about things moving forward because we have some cool stuff coming up.
You know what? Yeah, we do. But you know what's interesting too, Yvonne? Because of all these other social media platforms, I'm seeing traffic slowing towards websites. I don't know that. I mean, the property values have gone up so high in the last year on the high-end homes, 20 to 25%. Where in Stone Harbor, with the amount of listings we have, 65% of that market cap is over $3 million. So what people are doing so much is not what they used to do, just searching for property in Stone Harbor. What they're doing is more specifically matching up themselves to a good agent, and that agent will just send them things based upon their desires, and what their interests and what the criteria is.
Yeah.
And
point.
Mike and Ron, you're that agent. So everybody make sure that you look up Mike and Ron. And that's Ron Soldano and Mike Hbruos. Is that right? Yeah, okay.
Prove it.
I pronounced it right. Mike Hbruos at Long & Foster and Christies International in Avalon, New Jersey. Thank you guys so much for being on. Love what you're doing. Keep up the good work, and we look forward to seeing more from 7 MileTV.
Thank you, Yvonne.
Thanks, Yvonne.
You've been listening to Real Estate Today with Yvonne Candy. Don't forget to visit us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all other social media.